Regarding to the lab in this course, is divided into procedure part, procedure, and this document is protected. You cannot type into that document, okay? So it's protected. The procedure part has all the information, all the steps, all the science, all the background behind the lab. So it's a document, the first document that you need to download and follow the procedure in it. Sometimes it has videos. The videos will show you the procedure of the lab. Like in our first experiment, the graphing, you can see a video that basically shows you exactly how to do the graph. And then it has also the theory, basically that will enable you to answer the questions over the lab. So that's the procedure part for each lab. Then the second part of the lab is the lab assessment. And sometimes you will have also report. The lab assessment is usually multiple choice. Most of it is multiple choice, where you need to answer the questions. The questions are mostly multiple choice. Sometimes you would need to fill a lab report. The lab report, or we call it lab report sheets. Okay, lab report sheet. Okay, this is basically what you see in each lab. And in each week here, you'll see the labs of that week. So for our first week, you need to click on week number 1, and this will open the window for the first week. You'll see the lab folder, which is the experiment folder for the first week. It's titled experiment number 1 graphs. In the second week, it will be experiment number 2 and the title of the experiment and so on. So if you click on it, this will take you to this will display the experiment window. Okay. Now experiment number 1 has its procedure. So this is the procedure that you need to follow. Okay, this is the procedure of the lab that will has the theory, has all the steps that you need to do. If you click on it, it will open a new document. Okay, and basically it has the purpose of the experiment. It has under the discussion here, it will talk about the science or the skills that you need to attain and so on. And of course here you have the software that you need, Microsoft Excel, and then it will go over the procedure. After the discussion, you'll see the procedure. Learning how to plot linear graphs. Okay, that's the purpose, to plot linear graphs. You can either watch the video or you can follow the screenshots here. It tells you what you need to do, states the procedure, and screenshots that represent each step. So it's up to you. You can follow the video, which I recommend, or you can follow the screenshots. And then at the end of the lab, you'll see the questions. The questions should be answered in the lab assessment or the lab quiz. So I have the questions here, but you are not going to answer them here. You'll answer them in the lab assessment. Click on the link that says experiment number 1 graphs, and then it will tell you the test can be saved and resumed, and all the quizzes, whether it's lecture quizzes or lab quizzes, they have unlimited time. Okay, so you don't have to worry about the time. And also it has 2 attempts. Okay, so after the first attempt, if you did not do well, you can take the second attempt. You'll see the questions here, like question number 1. In question number 1, you're asked to submit the graph. Okay, this is the major question. It has 12 points, which is 60% of the grade of the lab, where you need to submit the graph that you plotted using Microsoft Excel. And yeah, make sure you plot the graph using Microsoft Excel. Okay. Some of you, maybe those of you who had Mac, I don't know, or used the wrong browser, have issues. In that case, you can take a screenshot of your graph and let me know why. But you can submit both. Submit the screenshot that you got and also the Microsoft Excel document. This is if you have problem with the way Microsoft Excel display your graph. And this is mostly with those of you who have Mac. Okay, some of you, I guess, that have Mac and maybe old version of Mac have some issues. Okay, so just make sure you submit the quiz here. You click on browse my computer. You locate the graph on your computer or on your flash drive, wherever you saved it. Then you'll answer the questions of the quiz. You have here 9 questions. Yeah. And they are all multiple choice. And those are exactly the same question at the end of the procedure. You have those questions at the end of the procedure. It's the same questions, but they are in the multiple choice format. Okay.